Stellar Blade is finally out now, which means you're probably just about ready to dive into shift-up sci-fi action game. With decidedly old-school design sensibilities, Stellar Blade is a very focused experience that goes out of its way to not distract you with unnecessary systems or mechanics. And yet, given the mechanical depth of the game, there's still plenty going on that you'll need to get to grips with in your early hours. As such, here, we've prepared a few handy pointers to help you do just that. Dodging. Stellar Blade's combat is all about speed, but that doesn't apply to all of your available moves. Dodging, for instance, is much more deliberate, with each dodge being a bit slower and requiring a handful of seconds of recovery time afterward. That means spamming dodge is a no-go in Stellar Blade. Look at enemies' attacks carefully and pick the right moments to dodge. Parrying. Just as crucial as dodging, if not more so, is parrying. Taking heavy inspiration from Sekiro Shadows Die Twice in this area, Stellar Blade requires players to parry flurries of attacks from enemies in order to build up their stagger meters, which then opens them up to devastating attacks. As you can imagine, getting good at the parry becomes something of a necessity, so make sure you start practicing your timing as soon as you jump in. Unlock Perfect Dodge. Stellar Blade skill trees allow you to unlock plenty of useful moves, Perfect Dodge being one among them. Yep, you gotta unlock those. Unlocked with 1 SP in the Survival tree, Perfect Dodges, which are dodges pulled off right before an attack lands, let you entirely evade an incoming attack, while also letting you follow up with your own heavy strike. Perfect Dodges also charge up your burst energy, which is used to unleash powerful skills in combat. Double Dodge. Double Dodge is another unlockable skill available in the skill tree, and it does exactly what its name suggests. It allows you to dodge twice in quick succession, which, given the deliberate, slow nature of dodges in Stellar Blade, it can be a huge bonus. It's a relatively expensive unlock though, so you need to unlock 2 skills, including Perfect Dodge, before you can get to Double Dodge. Those 2 collectively cost 3 SP, while Double Dodge itself costs another 2. So maybe it's not something you can get right off the bat, but it's definitely one that you should be working towards. Unlock Blink. Another incredibly useful survival skill that you can and should unlock as soon as you're able is Blink. Oftentimes, enemies in Stellar Blade will try to attack you with special moves where they'll grab you first. These moves can neither be parried nor blocked, but by using Blink, which costs just 1 SP, you'll instantly transport behind the enemy's back, not only avoiding their attack, but also letting you follow up with your own blows. Unlock Assault. Over in the attack skill tree, one of the more useful skills, and one that you can unlock right off the bat with just 1 SP, is Assault. Anytime that you find yourself in a position where you're at a higher vantage point than an enemy that hasn't noticed you yet, which will happen frequently, you'll be able to use Assault to leap down at them and kill them in one blow. Unlock Ambush. Once you've unlocked Assault, Ambush becomes available for 1 SP in the attack skill tree, and it too is quite a useful move. It's basically a stealth attack and functions similarly to Assault. You can use it on enemies that haven't spotted you yet to instantly eliminate them, and there'll be quite a few situations where this will come quite in handy. Keep scanning. Pressing the touchpad sees the player character emitting a pulse that temporarily highlights nearby points of interest on the screen, from enemies to upgrades. Given how densely packed the environments in Stellar Blade often are, it's usually a good idea to scan as soon as you enter a new room or area. Watch out for enemy ambushes. This is something else that scans are quite useful for. Taking a leaf out of From Software's book, enemies in Stellar Blade will at times try and take you by surprise with ambushes of their own. Their preferred MO is usually hiding behind corners or in blind spots, and they attack you as soon as you pass by them. If you use Scan, however, you'll be able to proceed forward knowing fully well whether or not there's a foe waiting around the next corner, or behind that large boulder. Explore thoroughly. Stellar Blade is largely a linear game, but it does offer plenty of room for exploration, not only within those linear areas themselves, but also in semi-open world sections with much more open-ended design. There's plenty of valuable stuff like resources that can be used for upgrades to gold required for purchases at vendors that can be found in Stellar Blade for those who go looking. Keep an eye out for body cores and beta cores. Some of the most vital resources that exploration yields in Stellar Blade are body cores and beta cores. Collect 3 of the former, and you expand your health bar, while collecting 3 of the latter lets you increase your beta energy meter, which is used for the powerful beta abilities in combat. Keep an eye out for both of these crucial resources. Again, scanning comes in handy for this purpose. Training. You can train any skill you find in Stellar Blade skill tree in a special training simulation. This can only be done through kiosks found at campsites, but it's worth checking out. Not only is it a great way to get comfortable with newly unlocked moves and skills, the game also lets you train skills that you haven't unlocked yet, so you can make more informed decisions as you work your way throughout the game's skill trees. Combat Consumables. Healing consumables are obviously not something you're going to forget about, especially given how challenging this game can often be, but it's crucial that you also make use of your combat consumables, used by pressing down on the D-pad and taking the form of a variety of grenades. Though they won't do a massive amount of damage to foes, they do definitely help out, especially in the particularly hectic encounters where you're being mobbed by several enemies at once. Bulletin board requests. Stellar Blade's side quests are probably one of its weakest elements, though it's probably best to not ignore them entirely. While not all of them are winners, a fair few of them, like the ones that you pick up at the bulletin board, are sly ways of earning decent amounts of gold, especially since completing many of them are actually pretty quick. Hey, did you know that we at Gaming Vault upload new videos every day? Stick around, drop a like, subscribe, and hit that bell, and let us know what kind of content you'd like to see in the future with a comment below.